End-of-unit data boards are located on the Europe East District website under Assessment Information. Scroll to the bottom of the page and select Required End-of-Unit Data Boards. This will pull up a SharePoint folder where you will select your school. Math unit assessments by unit, and we're going into Unit 1 End of Unit. These are different than check-ins because each grade level or neighborhood will share one file for student data. The actual assessment is linked here, and the data board is right below it. So the entire first grade neighborhood would be using this file. So I select the file, and the different cohorts or classrooms will be located on the bottom. You can rename or add to the name at the bottom on the tab. You just right-click and select Rename. And so you enter your student names, and you only enter the names of students that took the assessment. You don't want to put in your entire roster if you had students missing that did not take the assessment, because it will skew your final results. But you input student names. And you enter a 1, not an X, if the student missed a question. So a 1. And you will have the actual percentage correct that each student got, and then this row pertains specifically to that student. So if you're looking at this cell, this states that Maria only got 50% of the questions about 1 MBT1 correct, while Maria got 100% of 1OA3 correct. So this row is just for that student. And if you scroll to the right, groups are automatically populated for students that need to be retaught on each standard. So Maria needs to be retaught 1 MB21, but Maria, Abby, and Mason need 1 OA1. And if you continue scrolling to the right, resources are linked directly to the data board for each standard. So teachers can select what works best for their students for their small group. And each cohort would do the same thing. And input their own data. We're going to say that that was just a hard standard for our kids. And so this would just be for one cohort. But if we click on all cohorts, we'll have all of the kids together across the neighborhoods or grade level. Typically, it would look like this the first time you click on it. It's going to have the cohort separated out. And so you see this is Bell's cohort up here, and then there's a lot of space, and then Yates's starts down here. To take that away, you click on the drop down and click the 0 off. And then that will remove all of the extra spaces, and you'll have all of the kids across the neighborhood that need remediation on this standard. And you have the reteach available on this screen as well. There's also a summary page that has different viewpoints. So this is by grade level, this first chart, versus by cohort in this column. And you have it again, the entire cohort, like cohorts broken into pieces over here. So 100% of the cohorts for cohort A had a 70 or above, and 100% of cohort B had a 70 or above. If you have any questions or difficulties with the data boards, with either student data, locating the assessments, or interpreting student data, please don't hesitate to reach out to your ISS team or your math coaches.